Emergency Relief Coordinator and the Secretary General.
We don't have a good picture yet of what extra damage that may have caused. On 6.1 on the Richter scale, so it is a significant earthquake in its own right. We believe the epicenter was at a place called Petit Goave, which is on the northern coast of the western part of Haiti, west of Port-au-Prince. So the worst damage may have been in this place called Petit Goave, and there's a major city near there you've heard me talk about before called Jacmel. So it may be that the damage is worse there than it is in Port-au-Prince, but that's really very preliminary reports. And they're mainly engaged in fundraising, but I don't know enough detail. People are still being pulled out from the rubble, extraordinarily, and we'll continue with that as long as there's any hope of finding people alive. I think the latest figure I saw was 121 people who've been pulled out alive since the search and rescue teams got there, and that's not, of course, counting those who the Haitians themselves pulled out, which would be many, many more. We're very concerned, as everybody is, about the continuing health issues, particularly the need to make sure that those who are injured in the earthquake, and they're very numerous, I can't give you a figure, but we know they're very numerous, and whose wounds may be infected and are still waiting for the kind of surgical treatment, at least, that they need. We're straining every nerve again to make sure that there are the right number of doctors, the right amount of drugs and equipment. The World Food Programme should have reached around 250,000 people with rations for several days, and if you add that to that, the efforts of many others, the Haitian Red Cross, the American Red Cross, the ICRC, International Committee of the Red Cross, and NGOs like World Vision, I think you will get to a figure of about 500,000 people who should have been reached with reasonable quantities of food so far.
Any office up in Petit Goave?
MINUSTA, the peacekeeping force, are regarding this as their top priority, getting the escorts to as many aid convoys and aid distributions as possible. But we hope that with the increasing arrival of the US Marines in the next few days, they will be able to support us in that role by taking over some of that escorting tasks.